Okay. All right. Okay. Welcome to
Được
our
rồi.
class 3. Day 3, class 5 and 6. Okay, class 5 and 6. And we have covered a few topics, I think quite a lot of topics. And today, these two classes, we are going to talk about the problems, meditation problems, right? So once we start doing meditation, then we start to face problems. But let's see what kind of problems we are facing. And before that, let's start with the prayer. Okay. Let's start with a prayer. So yeah, I enjoy this PowerPoint by Cornelia very much, and it's so beautiful. In fact, this morning I woke up early. And I started looking at a PowerPoint. It's so refreshing and so inspirational, right? So let's start with a prayer. Okay. So let me see who wants to lead the prayer. And you want to lead the prayer?
Teacher, I don't know how to do this.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Then I will just, who else? Okay, I'll just read myself. Oh, I see we have Keely. Keely, you want to lead the prayer?
Teacher, this one do how many times?
And then mandala once, and then the refuge and bodhicitta twice. Sorry, 3 times. Once and 3 times, okay?
Once and 3 times.
This
Okay,
is
I try out.
then
I
the
forget.
next one, 3
I know
times.
how to read, but I forget how many times.
Okay, never mind. Let's start.
Bugi, mentor, tram,
Three,
Vilan,
see,
She, Nimpe, Gi, Sange, Shindu, Nite, Uagi, Rolam,
Namda,
Nanda, Shinla, Chupasho, Indam Guru Rata Mandarakam Natayami.
mean,
Is
3
it him?
times. These are 3 times.
Sange Chudan Choki Chutnam La Chachu Badu Daki Gamsu Chi Danki Jutso Ningpe Sunam Gi Solam Penche Sange Chupasho Sange Chudam Choki Chutnam La Chachu Badu Danki Gamsu Chi Danki Jutso Gipe Sunam
Dola Pencir Sangge Dupar Syo.
Jolam Penche Sange Chupasho Sange Chudam Choki Chutnam La Yachu Badu Danki Gamsu Chi Danki Jutso Gipe Sunam Gi
Dola
Jolam Penche Sange Chupasho.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to cover the up so fast meditation problems, then fixes. Okay, those of you who have attended the DCI level 3, this might seem familiar, but here we go deeper. Okay, we go deeper, and let's see how deep it is. All right. So the source is from the of course, we are using the text by J. Tsongkhapa, and he is using the teaching, the work by Lord Maitreya, called distinguishing the middle and the extremes. Yeah. So, do you all see the picture on the left. Does it look familiar? Have you seen this picture before? This is from the King of Dharma, illustrating about the life of Je Tsongkhapa. And this is one of the 18 paintings that were actually hung at the roof at the New Jersey temple. And I forgot, I think Geshe Michael said that there are 3 sets or what. So this is one of the sets. Yeah, so this is, and it is actually depicting Je Tsongkhapa's life. Je Tsongkhapa's life and all the many learnings that he has gone through. Any different careers that he was doing. Career means, I would say, job scope that he was performing, right? He's somebody very talented and doing a lot of things, okay? So this is a bit of promo. All right, now let's continue. Let's start with this. What is the number 1 problem of meditation? It's basically laziness. We don't do, right? We don't do. In Tibetan is called lelo, and this is one of the most popular Tibetan word that a lot of people can remember, you know. So a lot of people only remember lelo. Lelo means lazy. Of course, another Tibetan word that people normally remember is tartuk. Tartuk means coffee meditation. Tartuk, right? So those of you who want to learn Tibetan, you can start with this word, lelo. Lelo means I don't feel like doing meditation today. I want to sleep longer in the bed. I have a meeting. I have a phone call to answer. I have reports that due, you know. So a lot of excuses. And we ended up not doing meditation. So this is the number 1 problem. We have, we call it 5 problems, 8 antidotes. Why 5 problems, 8 antidotes? Because problem number 1 have 4 antidotes. It is the most serious one, all right? So what are the antidotes? First antidote, desire, develop a desire for it, right? So we need to contemplate, or we need to understand the great benefits of meditation. That's why on day 1, we spoke about the 13 benefits of meditation. And so we need to really think about this benefit, and we need to really understand the real meaning of, the real benefit of doing meditation, the ultimate benefit of doing meditation. Just wondering whether anyone still remember what is the ultimate benefit of meditation that we want, ultimate goal of doing meditation. Do you all still remember? Don't remember. Okay. So, yes, DPE, right? Perception of emptiness. Yeah, no, not enlightenment yet. The emptiness first. The emptiness first. And then after we can have direct perception of emptiness, then we will then move on to reach enlightenment. Okay. So the ultimate goal is emptiness. That's why the question whether certain meditation is useful or not, it depends on whether it helps us to go closer to our enlightenment, our DPE, right? So this is basically so we need to really contemplate on this benefit. Of course, the other 13 benefits, you can also do contemplation, right? Oh yeah, today I think I should send the text. I haven't sent the text out. Apology for that. Second antidote is after you contemplate on the benefit, you need to decide that you really want it. You need to decide that you really want it. I really want to have those benefits, finally leading to the direct perception of emptiness. So you need to have this kind of attitude and mentality. All right. Of course, when you are feeling lazy, you need to really ask yourself, why do I want to learn meditation? Why do I want to do meditation? So after you know that you want to you want to go closer to the DPE, the emptiness, you need to really ask yourself, do I really want it or not? Do I really want it or not? Yeah. And then the third one is, and then after that, we really need to make the great effort. We really need to take effort to become better at meditation. Of course, then you can work on a 4-step plan to help someone else to also do meditation. You can meet once a week and then encourage each other. Or you can do it daily. For me, when I first started, I have a 4-step partner, a buddy. So every day we encourage each other. We just report to each other. Yeah, I've done my meditation. Have you done yours? Or if I have not done mine and I saw the report, hey, I have done mine. Have you done yours? I say, oh, yeah, I have not done mine today. Let me do it, And because of this, it's become like a healthy competition. Every day we try to outdo each other. We try to do meditation earlier than the other, earlier than the body, So become like a healthy competition, become healthy commitment. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Of course, there are days when I'm busy, and I didn't do it. And this is what we call goodness buddy. The buddy will then ask me, there was once that was like a few years ago, I texted her, hey, I'm going to US, I don't want to disturb your day, because in US, if I do my meditation 8 o'clock here in US, it will be 11 o'clock in Singapore. I don't want to disturb your day. Maybe I will not report. What did she say? Yeah, you don't report, you don't do, okay? And then you don't do, then you delay your DPE. You want to delay your DPE? I say, oh gosh, this is actually a hard one, okay? So you see, when you have a buddy, become a goodness friend. We are doing SCIM level 6 this 2 weeks, and this is life tool number 11, goodness friend. So Geshe Michael was teaching it, and yeah, so we really need to have goodness friend. Goodness friend means a friend who will really help us. And if we are doing something bad, this friend will come in and really pull us out, So I was actually thinking, maybe I was thinking, I'm coming to US, jet lag, I don't think I will be doing meditation regularly. Because jet lag, you will fall asleep. But because of this goodness friend, this buddy, asking me whether I want to delay my emptiness, my enlightenment, I felt that, okay, I really need to do it. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is a good way. This is a good way. Chundru. Chundru means joyful effort. Sometimes we translate chundru as a joyful effort, right? So make effort. And finally, number 4, once you have all this, it will be flowing well. Xinjiang, right? The Tibetan is called Xinjiang. Flowing well means, yeah, it is going well. You really feel the benefit. You can do it consistently. And then you are keeping up your 4 steps plan. So that's when I started to, with my buddy, we started to flow well. You know, hey, I have done mine. Have you done yours? You know, what did you do? What meditation did you do? How long? You know, Xinjiang. Xinjiang actually means flexibility. You become very flexible in doing your meditation. No more stiffness, no more feeling of lazy. Okay, I want to go back. Some people in DCI use analogy of courting your boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, courting your boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, so let's go back and use that analogy. So when you first have boyfriend or girlfriend, right? First, you need to have the desire. You need to have desire. I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, I have the desire. Okay, and what is the plan? What is the long-term plan? We want to be together. Okay, we want to be together. So this is the first thing. When you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or have a partner, you want to be together. So first you need to have this desire. After you have desire, what do? You need to decide, do I really want that or not? Do I really want to be together? First, yeah, I know that the goal will be we are together. But second antidote, do I really want it or not? Some people are not really serious. I met a lot of people who say, yeah, I want to have a partner. But when you really ask and dig further, sometimes people just say that they want to have a partner, but they don't really want to have a partner. You see, so it's important, right? So you need to ask yourself, do I really want it or not? And after you say you want it, then you need to take the effort. You need to take the effort, right? What kind of effort? You try to find out the contact information. You try to keep in touch. You try to have a date or meeting, you know. And then you start to plan to do things together. So this is the effort. And of course, once it is all these 3, number 4 will be, it is flowing. It will be flowing. It becomes very flexible, right? So become like a regular meet. In Indonesia, we say Saturday night. I don't know the culture in other places, you know, but sort of I don't know nowadays. When I was younger, you know, there's even a term. Okay, only Indonesian people can appreciate this. We say wakuncar, wajib kunjung pacar. It means must visit your boyfriend or girlfriend, you know. So we have this term when I was younger, but that was many years ago. I don't know whether the young people now know this term or not. Okay, yeah. So we can use this analogy for meditation as the antidote of the first problem. Okay, now once we start this, number 2 problem, the second problem is the forgetting the instructions. It's not about you forgetting what the teacher has taught you, but it's more like you lost the object of meditation. Meaning that you are doing your meditation. Yeah, I mean, I also went through a youth, you see. Yeah. So that is the term, okay? Indonesian term, wakuncar. So after you start doing your meditation, the object is gone. This is the second obstacle. So in the ancient text, it's called forgetting the instructions. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that you forget the instruction of doing meditation, but the object is gone. Run away, right? Run away. So you are the victim of a mind hack. Completely lost object of meditation. So it doesn't mean that you forgot what the teacher has told you. So what is the antidote? Damngak Jepa. The antidote is remember, right? So you try to remember. Never forget means you focus on the object. You focus on the object very strongly, or you recall that you forgot and you drag your mind back. You forget and you drag it back. So this is Drenpa. In DCI we call it the meditation muscle. Drenpa is a Tibetan and it means to remember, to recall, or to recollect. Recollection, right? To remember. So the antidote of losing your object is to remember the object. Yeah. So meaning that we bring the object back to the mind. By doing this repeatedly, you habituate yourself to the object of meditation, thereby making it familiar and less likely to be lost. In DCI, we call it meditation muscle. Meditation muscle. So what does this muscle do? When the object runs away, you pull it back. So this is meditation muscle. Yeah. So I think it's kind of interesting, right? Drenpa, we call it Drenpa. So this is the antidote for the second obstacle. So Drenpa means we have to remember. We remember the object, or we recall back, or we recollect. Okay. Meditation muscle, right? So muscular meditation arm grabs our mind and drags it back to our chosen meditation object. Yeah, so this is like somebody riding a horse or elephant, you see. This is the brain. So we are controlling the brain. The mind actually, this symbolizes the mind. The third, so Drenpa has three qualities. Yeah. Quality of the object, qualities of the mind, and qualities of the function. So the object we want the object to be familiar, and then that is the object. Quality of the mind means it can focus, it does not forget. Yeah, and finally, quality of the function of the Drenpa is it pulls the mind on the object. It doesn't allow the mind to run away. Yeah, so this is the Drenpa. That's why we call it meditation muscle. All right, so this is for the second problem. And here, we want to have one object at a time. And we say that our mind works 25 snaps a second. So it's like 65 frames a second. If you are into photography or if you're into movie production, film, videography, or Ivan is the video. Ivan is a videographer, right? Ivan has many cameras doing all those video shooting. So we talk about 24 frames, we talk about 30 frames. Sometimes we take high count frames, 60, 100, Those are sometimes for slow motion. But in our context here, the ancient book mentioned that our mind operates 65. We can think of these 65 frames a second. So each frame can only have one object. And we suggest that when you do meditation, you use one object, you focus on one object at a time. J. Tsongkhapa mentioned, don't switch objects. So we want to keep the same object for at least maybe 2 weeks before you change object. Of course, when you do Tonglen Tonglen meditation, you can change this person every time. Yeah, you can change every time. But hey, how come, teacher, you say don't change object? How come I can change person for Tonglen? Sometimes when people ask me, if I have 5 people that I want to do Tonglen, can I do it at the same time? I say no. You do one at a time. One at a time. After the first person Tonglen, you do Tonglen for the second, then the third, then the fourth, and the fifth, right? But is that not changing object? So what is the object of our Tonglen meditation? What is the object of our Tonglen meditation? Tonglen meditation is the Tonglen itself is the object. So the whole process of Tonglen is the project, is the object. So it's okay. It is still considered as one object. Even if you change the person that we want to do Tonglen to. Yeah. So Tonglen is an object on its own. This morning, I just read a message from Vietnam, Mi Lam. I forgot. I don't know how to read the name. She was asking me. So is Tonglen considered meditation? Tonglen is a meditation. It's a very beautiful meditation. So yeah, if you don't know what meditation to do, you can do Tonglen, right? I believe a lot of people here know how to do Tonglen. If not, then today, let's do Tonglen together later, okay? So yeah, oh yeah, so there's an example here. Fire, when you want to start fire with 2 sticks. When you want to start fire with 2 sticks, so when you are using the 2 sticks, you are rubbing the 2 sticks to start fire. Should you keep using the same sticks, or should you change it? After 1 minute, you change to new sticks. The fire forever cannot start. You want to use the same stick for a while so that there is a friction and there is heat, and finally producing fire. So the same thing with a meditation. You want to keep to the same object so that your meditation can grow and become better and better. Okay, so that is the object. This is the second obstacle. The third obstacle is mental dullness and mental agitation, Jingwa and Gyurpa. Dullness means you feel sleepy. You feel bored. You feel bored. Boring. You feel that it's boring. And then you start to feel sleepy. This is one extreme. The other extreme is busy. You have a lot of things in your mind. You have a lot of things that appear in your mind, come to your mind. Things about your work, things about your daily activities, things about many, many other things. So that is agitation. So these are the 2 extremes. And these are problem number 3. So what should be the antidote? Number 3A, yeah. We say we want to have Sheshin. Sheshin is the watcher state of the mind. Watcher state of the mind. So Sheshin is like in DCI we say a small me, you know. The big me, the big brain, and the small brain. The big mind and the small mind. Yeah, the small me, small Sugeng, observing the mind of Sugeng, you know. So of course, you should use your own name, you know. If you are Grace, then you use Grace's mind, not Sugeng's mind. Otherwise, become Sugeng's mind observing Grace's mind. That is crazy, right? Okay. So this is our watcher state. What do we watch? Sometimes we call it smoke alarm. Smoke alarm. Smoke alarm is installed somewhere at the ceiling, and then when there is a smoke, it will give alarm. It will give alarm. So the same thing, this session will be there to observe. And then when your mind fall asleep, hey, wake up, don't sleep. Or when your mind becomes so busy, hey, come back. You are meditating, don't think too much. So this is the session function, right? So dullness and agitation, there are two types. There are two forms, right? Oh yeah, dullness, we sometimes call it sleepy mind. Agitation, we call it busy mind. So there are two types, subtle and gross. Subtle and gross. Yeah, subtle and gross. Subtle means, gross means very, very obvious. Oops, so fast, sorry. Subtle means not obvious. Yeah, not obvious. This is called subtle. Yeah, the B is silent. Yeah, it's not subtle, but subtle. Okay, subtle. Okay, so there are two types each. Therefore, there are four types in total. Yeah, sometimes we call the monkey and the elephant. We are going to talk about this in class tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to talk about this monkey and elephant, the 9 stages. Yeah. So obvious dullness is holding object but without clarity. Yeah. Mind is not bright and alert. So this is just like people who are sleepy. Right? So you are trying to hold, you are trying to focus on the object, but it's not clear. It's not clear. It's not clear. It's a bit dark. It's a bit dark. We are not talking about the color or the lines. Yeah, the color of the lines, the color or the lines. We are talking about the object is like blur. It's like a bit dim. Yeah, so that is obvious dullness. I hope by explaining this, you understand when you are having, right? Subtle dullness means, okay, this is the definition. Fixation and clarity, but no intensity. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, fixation means you focus. Clarity means it is clear, but no intensity. Okay, this is subtle dullness. Let's use this example. Or Jingwa tramo, yeah. Oh, Jingwa rakpa and Jingwa tramo. Jingwa is dullness. Rakpa obvious. Tramo is subtle. Okay. So like holding a cup. When we are holding a cup, right? Fixation means, focus means you are holding, you know you are holding a cup, right? And it's called nature. Fixation with clarity means you are holding a cup loosely, loosely. This is the fixation with clarity. Selcha. And then fixation with clarity and intensity means you are holding a cup firmly. Ngarcha. Now, subtle dullness refers to 1 and 2, not 3. Yeah. You hold onto your object. You know you're focusing on the object, but it is loose. It is not so firm. It is loose. You are like, because this is sleepy mind. Your mind is like sleepy, going to fall asleep, but you force your mind to wake up and to hold it. Yeah. So this is subtle dullness. It's not really sleepy, but your mind is like, I think you know what it means, right? You know what it means. Like every night before I sleep, this is my state of mind, I try to do my coffee meditation. I try to do my visualization, but I was so sleepy. So like in and out. This is subtle dullness. Okay. How about busy mind? Gyupa, busy, means wild man. Or we use the term troa, wandering mind. So gyupa is a special form of troa, right? Wild man is a special form of wandering mind. Okay, hold on. What is this picture? Oh, this is basically a monkey, right? A monkey. This is supposed to be a monkey, okay? It's not any other animal. So wandering mind has 3 objects. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there are 3 objects. Wander to another object in the meditation. So instead of focusing on one, instead of when you are doing let's say when you're doing Tonglen, instead of focusing on Tonglen, your mind run away to other objects, maybe your teacher, or maybe something else, you know. Yeah. The second wandering is something that you don't like. Suddenly your mind runs to things that you don't like. Yeah, that's why we say busy mind, busy mind. Yeah, somebody insulted me earlier this morning. I'm not happy, you know. That is wonder. Or to a desirable object. Wow, I saw Grace bought a new car, Mazda, wow, red color. Wow, so beautiful. I also want to buy a new car. That kind of feeling, you know. Yeah. Well, I was so lucky, you know, when I was in Surabaya, Grace just received the car not long, I think 1 or 2 weeks only. Wow, the smell of new car was still there. Okay, so that is wandering mind, okay. So here we have Session and Drenpa. Session and Drenpa. So Session will detect, the small mind will detect whether the mind is sleepy or busy, and then set off the alarm. And then Drenpa, the meditation master, will pull the mind back to the object. Yeah. So I remember 2017 when SCIM in Sedona. So one of the students from China, they did a very nice simulation. So somebody sitting and then stand behind and simulating the alarm session. Okay, come on, I think you are going to fall asleep. Come, wake up, wake up. And then, oh, your mind's so busy. No, forget about them, okay? Come back to your focus, come back to your object. So when you can visualize this, I think you know how to get rid of this problem, right? You will be able to get rid of problem number 2, which is losing the object, forgetting the object. And then you will be able to get rid of problem number 3, which is not falling into dullness or agitation, both the subtle type and the gross type. Okay, okay, so this is basically a class 5. Class 5, okay. Okay, so, okay, this is class 5. Any question before we have a break for a while for Nguyen Sung and Grace Celestine to have a rest before we continue with class 6, which is the second part of the problems. So we covered problem 1, 2, 3 and antidote 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 2 more problems and 2 more antidotes. Okay, and there are additional materials behind. No question? Okay, if not, then let's.
Yeah, wait. Teacher Sugat, I have a question.
Yes.
Can we have, like, let's say you say must have object in our mind when we meditate. Can we, like, don't think anything, just relax, cannot?
Cannot.
Cannot lah. But other school they say that you just empty your mind lor. Other schools empty your mind, you don't think anything lor.
You see what is the danger of that? Empty your mind means what? Empty your mind is also, well, that is, okay, in class 1, we discuss about what is not meditation, right? What is not meditation? So what is not meditation? Daydream, relaxing, emptying the mind. Yeah, many things. Okay, to help you understand this better. Yeah, thinking of nothing. Yeah, to help you understand this better. To help you understand better, we go back to the goal of meditation. What is the ultimate goal of meditation?
To see emptiness.
Yeah, help us to one day be able to have direct perception of emptiness. And meditation that we do, any meditation that we do, should be able to bring us closer to this goal. Okay, so should be able to bring us closer to this goal. Anything that does not help us to get closer is not, we would say, it's not a good meditation. So anything that does not help us, anything that does not help us to go closer to have this DPE is considered a waste of time, or rather we should say not really considered as proper meditation. Okay, so if you say think of nothing, emptying your mind and relax, does it really help us to go closer to this DPE? You know, I think the answer is no. So we shouldn't do that, right? I think we are going to cover this in the class 6 later. Why we say we don't want to focus on breathing. Yeah, some other schools say, yeah, meditation, you focus on the breathing. You know, for meditation can you focus on the breathing. Because when you focus on the breathing, what will happen is that your mind will very easily fall into dullness. And then when you go into dullness, what will happen? You will start to get used to the dullness. Means what? You start to forget. You start to forget things. You start to, mostly forget things. So the danger of focusing on the breathing alone is that you become forgetful. And where's my phone? Where's my key? Where did I put my things, you know? So that will happen quite common. Ivan has a good question. How do we know which meditation will bring us nearer to DPE? The standard answer is listen to your teacher. Normally, we say that meditation, when you do meditation, you should have a teacher and the object should be given by your teacher. Okay. So when you do meditation, the object should be given by your teacher. Now, all of us who have gone through the DCI courses, at least level 1, 2, and level 3, what are the meditations objects that we receive? We receive what? We receive Tonglen, we receive Golden Room. You see, all these are 2 meditation objects that we receive during those 3 levels. And then during this ACI 3, what objects did you receive? The last 2 days we learned Golden Room, right? So you can do Golden Room. Today we are going to do Tonglen. So that will add into your repertoire, collection of meditation objects. Of course, some of you who have attended Lamrim, any levels of any sessions of Lamrim, you might have learned Lion's Dance, for example. You might have learned exchange meditation, for example. Yeah, so Lamrim, you will learn a lot of other meditations. So yeah, so first you find a teacher, a good teacher, and a good teacher will be able to lead you closer to the DPE, okay? So yeah, and how to find a good teacher, we discuss about this in ACI 1. And then on class, either tomorrow or Saturday, we are going to learn again how to select a teacher. How to select a teacher, how to take, we call it how to take a Lama. This is from Lamrim instruction. From Lamrim instruction. In ACI 1, the 10 qualities of a teacher, we got it from Arya Deva. 400 verses of Arya Deva, all right? So slightly different. And then for this ACI 3, we are using Lamrim, about 10 qualities of a good teacher, slightly different. So we are going to cover this, I think, either tomorrow or Saturday. By the way, there is no class on Friday, okay? So today, tomorrow, and then Saturday, yeah? Because on Friday, we have, Friday evening, we have our DCI level 5 event. Okay, so yeah, that is the, so yeah, to answer Ivan, first we need to have a teacher, and this, you need to select your teacher properly, correctly. And then after that, then you just follow the teacher's instruction. So a good teacher will be able to give you the correct object so that you can go nearer to DPE. Okay, cool?
Teacher, can I
Yes,
ask, right?
yeah.
我不知道大手印冥想英文叫什么。
Okay, Maham,
呃
the big seal.
is
Okay,
that considered
uh-huh.
breathing meditation?
Yeah, okay. Kili's question is that whether Mahamudra or the big seal meditation is considered meditation or breathing meditation, okay? Now, Mahamudra meditation is a very important meditation, the complete one, okay? The complete one. Now, in DCI level 3, in DCI level 3, we teach the simplified version of Mahamudra. We only take the part of the session, okay, the smoke alarm. And so basically the purpose of this Mahamudra meditation in DCI level 3, I think, level 3, is just to introduce session. And that alone is not the real meditation, okay? It's not the real meditation. It is just an introduction to session and to strengthen your session. That's why we say that Mahamudra in DCI 3 is not the real meditation. It is just a warming up meditation. But if you learn the real Mahamudra, it is a very important meditation. And by the way, those of you who come to DCI 4 by DMO, we have a special workshop on Mahamudra. Is that right? 4. Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, DCI 4. DCI 3, we had a special workshop on Tonglen. Yeah, so I hope I answer your question, Kili.
Teacher, then because I kind of mix up. So is this Mahamudra also the same as, last time they call it present moment meditation?
It is.
Are they referring to the same thing?
Yes, in the simplified version, we call it present moment, 当下, present moment. Yeah, 当下 means present moment meditation. So it is the simplified version of Mahamudra. But I think, for a while we take away the term Mahamudra, but now we bring it back. I think Geshe Michael wants everyone to get familiar with the term Mahamudra. Yeah, but when we took out the term Mahamudra, we call it present moment. So this present moment in DCI context is a simplified version, and it's not a real full meditation. Okay, so it's just a warming up. Some of you who might not be familiar, basically what we learned then was using the session to observe your present moment. And then whether the mind runs away to the past or the mind runs away to the future. The past means unhappiness, future means your worry, So that is the present moment meditation that we learn in DCI. Yeah, and that is mostly a training hour session. But the real Mahamudra, there are two versions. Wow, how come we went into Mahamudra? That's wrong. There are two versions of Mahamudra, the open teaching and the closed teaching, okay? Open teaching basically is about the emptiness, reviewing the emptiness, but the different flavors, but closed teaching will be something else, okay? So that is a story for another day. All right, Kili?
Okay, so at least now I know I thought like present moment meditation is also one kind of meditation. So now I know it isn't really a meditation.
It is a warming up and it is a good practice. It is
Mm.
practice, but don't use it as your meditation. Okay. Okay, let's have a break. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, yeah. DMO Cafe needs to open soon. See you. Thank you. And Okay, let's come back. Let's come back to the next class, which is the other two more problems, right? Now let's continue. Okay, so in class 1, we learn about the five parts of the, oops, so fast. 5 parts of the process to successful meditation, right? So we covered the preparation. And then we also did the 6 conditions. 6 conditions, remember? Condition number 5 is the 6 conditions. We call it 6 preliminaries. And then number 5, preliminary number 5 is the 7 ingredients. And then we learn about the correct posture, the 7+1. And then the part number 4 is basically the 5 problems, 8 solutions, and also the 9 stages of meditation. So we covered this halfway, okay? So let's continue. So we talk about the first problem, which is the lelo, which is the feeling of lazy. Yeah, feeling of lazy, and the 4 antidotes is the 4 antidotes are basically first the benefits, and then second is to decide that we want it. Third is to work happily, get on the cushion and do it. And the 4th antidote is make it flow and becomes a habit. Okay, make it flow and become a habit. Sinjang. This is number 4 is Sinjang, right? Number 3 is Tsundru, the joyful effort. Okay, and why it is so important to get rid of problem number 1? Why is it so important to get rid of the lelo of not feeling like doing meditation? Because without that, you won't have other problems. If you don't overcome problem number 1, you don't have problem 2, and you don't have all the other problems, right? So it's very important. And of course, we need to be happy about problems. When we have problems, that means we are progressing. If we don't have problems, that might mean that we are stagnant. So I think it's good to have problems so that we can keep on progressing. Like, I think we were talking to Chloe these few days. I think Chloe's still around, right? These few days. So our training is not, or rather we don't encourage people to live in a secluded place all the time. Sometimes you need to come out to meet the people. Because only when you come out to meet the people, then you will have problems. And that is when you really can prove to people that you know what you are learning. And that is also when you overcome the problem, you progress. Yeah, so that is what we want to encourage everyone to really live your life fully. Some people, when they come into this spirituality, they like to pull themselves out of the world. Yeah, when you learn yoga, we have this pratyahara, right? Pratyahara. Pull in our senses. But this pull in our senses means yes, we know there are many distractions outside the world, and we want to keep our peaceful mind. But on the other hand, we also want to, you see, we can progress by keeping it to ourselves. But when we are living in the world with all the problems that we are facing and we are trying to overcome, we can actually progress even much faster. Yeah, so I think this is one area that we really need to embrace. And of course, as long as you are living in inside this wheel of life, wheel of suffering, your life will always be problems, right? Okay, so you see here, if you overcome the problems, that means you are progressing, okay? Now let's progress further. Agitation. What is agitation? It's not about you thinking of funny things, right? It just means the thought filling up your day. What am I going to do next? Today we are going to move place. We are going to go to another town. We are going to do a lot of things. In fact, this morning when I woke up at 3:30, my goodness, I don't know why. Suddenly I think, oh, okay, have I prepared for today's class? You know, I forgot that I have prepared the class. So suddenly I woke up and then I worried about today's classes. And I couldn't sleep anymore. And I start to think, wow, this is no good. I will be busy all the way until 11 p.m. Yeah, Kelly, you put it so nicely. Yeah, so yeah, that is agitation. What am I going to do next? What should I do right now? Where am I going to go tonight? Those are desire thoughts. And mostly they are motivated by what will make me feel good. So yeah, so this is agitation. And it is very common in meditation. The moment you sit down, the moment you start to make your mind quiet, all this will come. All this will come. Sometimes like automatically. But of course, there is an antidote for all this also. But not now, okay? Okay, so obstacle number 4 is failure to take action to correct dullness or agitation. So session detected dullness or agitation, but the Drenpa or the person, the meditator didn't bother to take action, do mi jepa. And so this is the 4th obstacle. And what is the antidote? Take action, right? But this is easy said than done, do jepa. How should we take action? Of course, the Drenpa, but how should Drenpa do? What can Drenpa do? So here we say that the meditation practice is like fine-tuning a guitar. Yeah, the string. If your mind is too tight, you cannot focus. If your mind is too loose, your mind will get sleepy. Yeah, just like the guitar string. If your string is too tight, it will break. If it is too loose, you don't get the sound that you want. Something like that, right? Yeah. So we need to check. If it is too tight, then loosen it. If it is too loose, then tighten it, right? So it is like a guitar string. So it is like a balance when you're doing meditation. So assuming obstacle number 4 occurs, so session sounded alarm. Okay. You are falling asleep, wake up. Or your mind too busy, come back, you know. So let's take action. What kind of action can we take? Decision process, okay? At that moment, you think, is this dullness or is this agitation? If it is dullness, okay, tighten up, don't give up, you know. Dullness means it is too loose. It is too loose. Your mind cannot grasp onto the object well. It is too loose. So tighten up, tighten up. How to tighten up? Yeah, maybe our mind is too sleepy, so we need to pull it closer. Or we can just lift the object and what? Uplift the mind. Sometimes we say you brighten up the object. Yeah. Make the object brighter, brighter, right? That is one way. Of course, I know when I was learning meditation last time, you know, every time we think of meditation, we will start to dim the light. We will start to dim the light. That is not correct. Okay, that is not correct. It depends on the meditator. Why we dim the light is because a lot of times people's minds are very busy. So when we dim the light, actually we want to give the effect to calming the mind. But there is a danger. You will fall asleep easily. So here, how do we uplift the mind besides brightening up the object is to think that we are so lucky to have Dharma. We are so lucky. We have so good seats to get into the system, to learn the authentic teaching. So we need to feel that, oh, wow, I'm so lucky. You know, out of how many billion of the world population, I am only a part of the few that really have this teaching. And then we also can start to think of the benefits of behaving correctly towards our Lama, towards your Lama, towards your teacher. And in our lineage, this is something very important. And of course, my classic question, who is more important, your teacher or rather, the question is, when the Buddha appear at the same time as your teacher in front of you, who do you pay respect first? So this is always our question, right? And the correct answer is what? So when suddenly Buddha and your teacher appear in front of you, who do you respect first? Come, let's have a polling. Oh, Kili already answered teacher. Anybody agrees with Kili? Does anyone agree with Kili? Do I have anyone say, no, I disagree? Okay, nobody say anything. Kili, you want to explain why you say teacher?
Because teacher is closer to us, and teacher is the one that is actually, I think he appeared in the form of Buddha teaching to us. So actually, I think they are the same, but because teacher is closer to us, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, basically because okay, Chloe, you want to explain why you say teacher?
The teacher is the source of all my goodness. Without a teacher, I will not access Dharma. Without a teacher, I'll not know how to achieve enlightenment. So the teacher is the highest karmic object to the student than a Buddha.
Thank you. Yeah, in fact, yes, we are going to talk about this text by J. Tsongkhapa, the source of all my goodness. Yeah. Thank you, Chloe. Yeah. Thank you, Kili, also. Sharon say Buddha. Which Sharon is this? Sharon iPad. Are you Sharon? Can you identify yourself? Which Sharon? Just wondering. Huh?
Hi, I'm Sharon Lee. Yeah, I think we give an answer. Yeah.
Okay.
At first I thought Buddha is actually teachers, is the highest. So yeah, probably we need to pay respect to both then.
Okay. Sharon what? Sharon what? Sorry, I don't get you.
Sharon Lee.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, Kapit
Hi, hello.
Sharon.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
你好。
好久不见。
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Thanks
Yeah,
for
please
coming.
continue. CCL.
Okay. IT mentioned Buddha. Oh, okay. Without Buddha, there is no Dharma knowledge taught, passed down to our teacher, then to us. Yeah, I mean, logically thinking, we will think of Buddha, but here we are saying that the, teacher, of course, Keely and Chloe have already mentioned the logic behind that. But on top of that, right? In fact, we are actually looking at the teacher as the Buddha's, I forgot the term again, emanation of the Buddha, right? So according to our lineage, teacher importance is very great. And if we go into Lamrim, the Lamrim teaching, we really put a strong emphasis on this one. Of course, we say Buddha is bigger, but imagine if there is no teacher. Imagine if there is no teacher, there is no chance to learn. And on the other hand, there are, I think in later ACI courses, we will learn that even like Buddha, Lord Buddha, right? Buddha Gautama, when he first got enlightened, he spent like 1 month. He spent like 1 month thinking, and I don't want to use the word hesitate, but thinking whether he should turn the wheel of Dharma. Whether he should teach all these teachings, because he know that all these are so difficult and not many people, not many beings will be able to understand and appreciate the teaching, And finally, he decided to teach. That means in the whole universe, there are many Buddhas who decided not to teach. So we are so lucky. We are born in this era. We are born in this place where the Buddha decided to teach, and the teaching is still there, passed down by the teachers, by the lineage teachers. So in this sense, for our spiritual progress and growth, we really need to appreciate the fact that the teacher is very important. Yeah. Okay. And a lot of time we respect the Buddha, but we forget about the teacher, and that is kind of quite a bad what do you call it, bad deeds. Yeah. We are going to dive deeper into this topic in the next 2 days. Okay. So let's continue. So yeah, we need to think when we are feeling down, when we are feeling sleepy, we need to feel lucky to have Dharma, and then we need to consider the benefits of behaving correctly towards your Lama. Oh yeah, one more thing that teacher is important or Lama is important is compared to Buddha is if you have challenges, only your Lama can help you. Buddha is not around anymore. And it is always your Lama who is helping you to progress along the path. Suddenly I have full of emotions here. Suddenly I have emotions. I just feel, yeah. Even during my progress, I'm so lucky to have teachers. I have met all the teachers. All these are so kind to me. I wouldn't be Sugeng today without my teacher. It is so important, you know. I know Buddha is great, but Buddha is Buddha, you know. But without my teacher, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am today. Yeah, and to me, my teacher is a Buddha. I would say emanation of the Buddha. So it's very important. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, so I think you really need to appreciate your teacher, the role of your teacher. Okay, it's very important. I wouldn't be in this path if not because of my teacher. And the good thing about this is that when we stray away, when we forget about the path, you know, the teacher will always be the one pulling you back. Like we discussed with Chloe yesterday, you know. Chloe was sharing how she was pulled back when she wanted to leave, wanted to go away, you know. That is teacher, greatness of the teacher. They will always pull us back. Okay, now, when you feel sleepy, you can also stop meditating and refresh yourself. You can wash your face with a cold water to wake you up. Expansive means you can open up. You can actually go out of the room and look at the sky. Yeah, I think we are so lucky. I mean, I think Chloe, you know, right? In Diamond Mountain or even in Sedona, you know, we are just talking. We are so lucky. We are driving here, and you don't see like 180-degree of view without blockages. We used to live in a city. In Singapore, for example, you see buildings everywhere. You don't get to see 180-degree non-blocking view. So beautiful. So yeah, that's why I love to drive in Sedona, is because of this. You know, wow, you look at the cloud, you look at the sky, you look at the mountains. It's so beautiful. So that is expansive mind. Or you can pace. You can start to do some, we call it walking meditation, okay, to help you with the dullness. Okay. And after that, of course, come back to your meditation, okay? Don't just go out and forget about meditation. Okay, so this is dullness. And how about, oh yeah, so this is how to uplift your mind when you have dullness. Heighten your concentration. Yeah, the main method, when you feel dull, you tighten your meditation. One method is to shrink or narrow your focus. Some of you who might have gone to the Vipassana by Goenka, in fact, we can learn a lot of good basics there. Right? So the first training, the first day is that you will focus on the triangle, a big triangle, okay? Your nose and your upper lip. It's a big area. But after you improve in your focus, you reduce this triangle into just the upper lip, you see? So this is one way to tighten your object, your focus. And this is one way to help you not to fall into dullness. All right, so yeah, tighten, tighten this object, the focus. Big Ten last syndrome, okay. Second method is to, yeah, this is the same thing, right? This is actually the explanation of the flow chart just now. So this picture is so funny. Yeah. So shift your concentration to another object, an uplifting one. How about how good you have these spiritual opportunities in your life? and the benefits of the bodhicitta. Okay. And the third one is to pause for a while, go for a stretch, walk around, go out to some cool place, hiking, for example, to a high place, mountaintop, splash water, or something similar. Okay. Okay. Now, subtle dullness and subtle agitation. We need to really, we need to apply the action. We need to really take action. Okay. It is mentioned here, those are worst enemies of meditators, because we might mistake it as progress. So sometimes when you fall into subtle dullness, yeah, you may be, it's subtle dullness means your object is there but not clear, and then you don't have intensity. You might mistaken that, wow, now I can focus so long without the object running away, you know, especially when you are focusing on your breathing. Some other teachings, they told us to focus on the breathing for 2 hours, you know. And then you are sitting down, you felt, wow, I can focus so long. But actually there's no intensity. That is subtle dullness. And when you focus too much on that, because you are in dullness state, you are actually making yourself become more forgetful. Even here we mentioned that you will lose intellect, means you become less smart. So don't do that. Okay, don't do that. All right. Okay. So that's why the fourth antidote, we need to take action. And now let's talk about the agitation. When we have agitation, what should we do? Well, this Cornelia is so good. She actually prepared all this flow chart, mind map. So here you talk about the. So when it is, your mind is too busy, loosen up, loosen up. Again, we also expand our mind and leave the object. And when we leave the object, we switch to what? We switch to these two things, 3 kinds of suffering. Yeah. So when we are too busy, we can start to switch to think of the suffering. And we learn about 3 kinds of suffering, right? Suffering of suffering, which is the negative. Yeah, negative as in sickness, not feeling happy. And then the second is suffering of change, which is the positive. Positive means you have happy life now. But if the seeds are depleted, you will become unhappy. You have a lot of money now, but if the seeds are depleted, your money will be gone. So yeah, this is suffering of change. And finally, pervasive suffering means the basic nature of itself, of the suffering. The fact that we have this, we call it stained hips, or we call it, because you are still inside the wheel of life, wheel of suffering. You will always have suffering. Yeah. So that is the 3 types of suffering, 3 kinds of suffering. And of course, you can think of death. I think we are going to review this later, not now, okay? And then shift to the breath and come back to the original object, okay? So this is the mind map. Let's go through. Oh, you know, this is the 5th problem, right? The 5th problem, the 5th obstacle is the unnecessarily correcting your meditation. So if the meditation is going well, leave it alone. Leave it alone. And don't do any more changes. So during the ACIM 2017, this lady also did a simulation, you know. So the person meditating, so she simulated the session. So the person was meditating so well already, but the session started the session continues to disturb. Okay, hey, you are not sleeping, right? Hey, you are not busy, right? Although the meditation is going smoothly, but the session is so busy checking. So this is obstacle number 5. So if it is going well, then leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay, now let's move on. So when, how long, and how often? When? Basically, morning, noon, or night. Basically, we say that it's up to our preference. Yeah, there is no, well, I mean, of course, we recommend do it in the morning because your mind is still fresh. But some people have a busy morning. Some people need to get the children to the school, get ready for the work. Then, of course, you can do it maybe at noon when you have your break, or at night when you come back home. So, depending on individual preference, we mentioned seats shift, check it out. So, just check out if your seats are moving you in certain direction. Okay. Okay, so this is, yeah. How long, how often? We mentioned already how long. It's not too long. What we want is quality and consistency. It's not about quantity. It's useless to have 1 hour meditation today and don't do anything for the next 6 days. It's better to do maybe 5 minutes, but every day. Okay. For best result, how often? Yeah, like I mentioned, we want a slow and steady, regular, and modest. It's not doing a long meditation and break for many, many days. Okay, so we want the quality. Huh? Yeah, so you can see the turtle and the rabbit, right? The regular and the modest sessions wins the race. When to stop? This is important, right? So when you are doing meditation, there will come a time where you feel so good. You feel so good. You focus so well. You feel so good. And you have a bit of a blissful feeling. So we say that just before you pass the peak, stop. So that you're hungry for the next session. You don't go through the peak and then after that you feel tired and then you don't feel like continuing. Then the next day you feel tired. I remember after my 10 days meditation retreat many years ago, I was so excited. And then we were told to, okay, from tomorrow onwards, please do 2 hours meditation a day. During the meditation retreat, we did like 10 hours a day meditation. Of course, broken into 2 hours session of meditation the whole day. So we would wake up at 4, we will start meditation at 4:30 to 6:30. And then, yeah, basically it's a full whole day of meditating. And after the 10 days, we are told, okay, please do 2 hours meditation every day. Yeah, after the 10 days retreat, I felt so good. I was so motivated. I would wake up and then do my meditation. Day 1, I still endure 2 hours. Day 2, I start to feel body tired. Day 3, I start to get busy with my work, with a lot of things. Day 4, I start to cut down the time. Day 5, I stop doing it already and never go back. Okay, so no, don't do that, because if you do too long, if you pass the peak, you will just feel lazy to continue. So stop just before you hit the peak or during the peak. So you are hungry for the next session. Okay. So here we are talking about the 10 virtues. It's very important. And these are the seeds we plant every day. These are the seeds we plant every day. I don't think I want to go through them all. You just need to know that we have to protect life. We have to be generous. We have to protect relationships. We have to have integrity, truth, and commitment. And then bring harmony. Harmony and bring others together. And finally, the other 5. The other 5 is that number 6, you speak kindly. You speak kindly, and then speaks meaningfully. Be happy when others get what they want. Rejoice on others' success, and have empathy and compassion for others' problems. And finally, understand where things come from. So all these are the 10 virtues that will help us plant good seeds that will lead us to have good quality of meditation. Okay, so this is also very important. All right, so that's all. Let's close with prayer first, and then take picture before we do our meditation. Chili, you want to help again? One time each.
Okay. Sashi bugi joksi mentor tram vilam lengshe nimpe uwagi sange shindu nipe uwagi jolam penche sange chupasho indam guru mandala matayami Gewa di gewu kun sunam yeshe sok sok shin sunam yeshe lenjo we dampa kuni trupa sho.
Okay, let's take a picture. Come, turn on your camera before we do our meditation. Yay. Okay, let me set my screen and all right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay. Thank you. Okay, any question before we continue with the meditation?
Teacher Sukin, just now you said that when you reach the highest climax, we stop lah, we don't continue.
Yes.
But we are so engrossed and so deep inside how to stop it.
Yeah. Stop it. Train. You can train it. You can train and do it. You know, of course, some people, when you are at the peak and you really have good quality, you just want to continue. Well, I mean, Geshe Michael said that we start from 5 minutes and then we add 1 minute a week, every week, right?
Mm.
And that is the process. So when you follow this advice, so week 1, 5 minutes, week 2, 6, and so on, you will have such a good quality that you will be able to enjoy it. But of course, when you follow this guideline, let's say you are on week 5, 10 minutes. You just set your timer, and when 10 minutes is up, then you just stop it. You see? If you are on week 15, you are 20 minutes. Then when your timer beep, 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 beep. Oh, sorry, it's not. The timer is a tung, the inside timer. So when it rings tung, then you just stop it. You see? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question is, you say the object that we think for meditation can be is our problem, is it? The object is our problem.
No. The object just now mentioned, for now, use the object. If you, I mean, whatever the meditation that the teacher have given you, right? Object, when we talk about meditation object, it means that the type of meditation that you were taught.
Oh.
That will be the topic that we are going to discuss in class 9 and 10. Yeah, so we are going to talk about the object of meditation. But for now, let's say if you have attended DCI, then you do Tonglen or Golden Room. And then if you have gone to Lam Rim, you can do Lion's Dance, for example. Or even in DCI, we also learn exchange meditation, croissant meditation. We learn a lot, right? We also, yeah, we learn a lot of meditations in DCI, a lot of types of meditation. Yeah, all right. Death meditation, for example. All those are the meditation with the correct objects. Cool?
I see. But let's say we have a problem. Can we think of about problem?
Oh, that will be another type of meditation. Yes, you can. If you have learned before, you can do it. Analytical meditation, or we call it problem-solving meditation. You can do that. We are going to talk about that in class 9, I think. Okay. Yes, you can do that.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Now let's
Teacher,
do. Yeah.
Teacher, sorry, I can ask a very fast question. That is, okay, I have experience. You said that we set timer, right? Like I did like set timer, and then I start doing my meditation. But then, right, during the meditation process, right, sometimes I doze off a bit, or I get distracted. My mind actually flow, and then after a while, then I realize it. Then I bring my mind back, and then I start to continue with my meditation. But I realized that maybe like one one quarter or halfway through, right, then my timer rings already. Then at that point of time, I was thinking, do I stop now or should I continue? Because I feel that I should continue because I didn't finish what I need to do. Like for example, the tongling I do halfway, cannot ma. I think I should finish, but my timer ring already. So is it advisable for us to continue or we stick to the timing, the timer time? Once it's up, then we stop.
If you have the time, I
Yeah.
think you can continue. If you have the time, I think you can continue. That is the guideline. We call it, that is sort of the minimum guideline. Yeah. But if you are busy, you don't have time, then you should stop. Because you see, we don't want you to do too long until you go into this dullness and you don't come out. The next day you won't feel like doing it anymore. Yeah. Okay. So if you are halfway through and if you have time, just continue. Cool?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a simple Tonglen meditation. Okay, simple means a short one. Okay. And yeah, okay. Let's get into your meditation posture. You can cross your leg if you are sitting on a cushion, or put your legs down if you are sitting on a chair, and try not to lean back. Put your hands on your laps and gently close your eyes. Tuck in your tummy and straighten your spine. Pull back your two shoulders and make sure left and right are balanced. Check your chin so that it is parallel to the ground. And relax your cheek, your forehead, and your scalp. And finally, your eyes. Bring your attention to the tip of your nose. We are going to do 10 counts of breathing. Each breathing starts from exhale followed by inhale. Anytime when the mind runs away, gently pull it back and start from 1 again. Now let's do 10 counts of breathing individually. First, we would like to invite somebody who is who you know is having problem. The problem can be health or some other issues, maybe related to finance or relationship. Can be your friends or your family members or even somebody you don't know. Now, imagine that you are sitting in front of that person. And imagine that the body is transparent and full of black smoke, dark smoke. This black smoke represents the problem that that person is facing now. Now set your intention. When you look at your own body, it is also transparent. But at your heart chakra, you have the rose with diamond. The rose represents your compassion, your body chitta. And the diamond represents your wisdom. So now you set intention that you want to help this person get out of his or her suffering, no matter what. And then you will imagine at every inhale, you imagine that you are moving the black smoke towards the heart chakra of that person. First, you move them away from the fingers and toes. You do the normal breathing by inhaling, and you can see slowly the black smoke is moving towards the heart chakra. Forming like a black coal, sticky and black coal at the heart chakra. Now, with your exhale, you slowly move this black coal towards the throat, all the way up towards the nose. And finally, from the two nostrils, this whole black coal moves out of the nostrils towards you, and stop at about 10 cm in front of your nose. Now you look back at your heart chakra. The rose with the compassion is getting stronger. And the diamond, representing your wisdom, is also bright. transparent, and strong. You know, any problems touching this diamond will be destroyed forever. And you strengthen your intention again that no matter what, you want to help this person from the problem. I'm going to count to 3. At the count of 3, we will inhale together. Bring this black coal into your nostrils and travel all the way towards your heart chakra and touch the diamond. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. The coal enter the nostril, travel through the throat and touching the diamond, and you can imagine the diamond giving out the white light, destroying the coal without any trace at all. At this moment, you see the face of the person. They feel that something have been lifted from their shoulder. They feel much lighter and much happier. At the same time, you feel that the white light is filling up your body with warmth, energy, health, and happiness. Now from your heart chakra, you would like to send gifts to this friend. The rose emits a smell through your nostril, traveling to the person's nostril, going into their body. Our gift is also traveling through this fragrance towards the person. You imagine that the fragrance is filling up the person's body. And slowly at the person's heart chakra start forming the rose and also a diamond, representing the person's compassion and also wisdom. When the person feels that it's enough, they actually stand up and walk away. Now from our body, the white light filling up our body with warmth penetrates through our skin, making our body glowing. And we send this light to everyone living in the same household, giving them all the gifts of health, wealth, harmony, and happiness. We expand this light further to cover everyone in the whole city, the whole country, the whole world, and the whole universe. All beings touched by this white light also will receive all the gifts that we have been giving away. The gift of health, wealth, harmony, and happiness. And finally, bring back the light and keep it well in your heart chakra to accompany your day until the next time we do meditation. Next, bring your attention back to the tip of your and do a 3 slow and long exhale. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, so that's the simple and short Tonglen meditation. Any comments, any sharing that you want to share with others? If
I
not,
find
yes.
I find very good lah. This one is very good. Last time when I do Tongling meditation also, right? Also that imagine you know, the white light come out from my no I don't say one that is a rose, the rose, the frequency come up from my nostril. So I give out love to the other person also.
Yeah.
I blow through the other person's nostril in to give them love. So resonate with me. I don't know why I do that like that lah. So I find very good. Resonate. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a white light. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Chloe is asking, does the person I help will feel the benefits right now? All right. Good question. Anybody wants to help answer? Will the person feel the benefits? Of course, we want the person to feel the benefits, but whether the person will feel it or not, it depends on what.
Teacher, can I try?
Yes, please.
So, I think in Chloe's world, she will see that the person is being helped. Like because you give out, you're trying to help this person, right? So it's like, yeah, in her world, she will see this person being helped. But if the person feel that the person is being helped, him or herself, that's the person's seed of how he perceive it. This
Yeah.
is what I feel.
Yes. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, that's the answer I'm looking
Teacher,
at.
I want to try.
Yes, please.
Teacher Sugan, when I do, sorry, not easy. When I do Tonglen meditation for the person I dislike, actually is my parents. And then, when I continue to do this Tonglen meditation for them, things happen. Firstly, change my heart. I feel grace and more understanding to my parents, and then my karmic collapse. I changed my, my attitude toward them is different already. Then they feel relaxed and our relationship more harmony.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, this Tonglen, the person benefit from Tonglen meditation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Not only help the person, also help me.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
mm,
Yes. When we do meditation, when we do Tonglen, first of all, we help ourselves. Yeah. Not so much
yes.
about helping the other person. Yeah. And then by helping ourselves, by changing our seeds, then we'll start to see our world is changing. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Any more? Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. So thank you. You have the seeds to see beautiful results. Yeah. All right. If there is nothing else, let's end here. Wow, it's near the dot now. So see you all tomorrow, same timing. Yeah. We are going through class 7 and 8. Okay. So thank you. Have a
Thank you, teacher, for your effort.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
thank
Yeah.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Mm.